1,482 deaths. In the U.S., we have 1,457,593 cases with 89,912 deaths and 318,027 recovered.
Great, great. Now I'd like to turn it over to Esther, our public health nurse.
Good morning. As of this morning, we have had 621 residents tested with 121 confirmed cases, 28 active cases, 84 recovered, and unfortunately just received notification of an additional death, which brings our count to 10.
All right, thank you, Esther. So I see from yesterday, the 14th, we were 121, and today 121. So not to get overly excited, but that's certainly a trend in the right direction, and also the recovered.
Yes, definitely a good thing to see.
Absolutely. Now I'd like to hear from our Board of Health, Bruce Wilson.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, Bruce.
Good morning, Bruce.
It's good to see that we had a zero count for the day. I've been out doing inspections. For the most part, everybody's working and wearing their masks. The littering has been cut back quite a bit, but you know, please don't throw your mask and gloves on the ground on my sake here. Anyway, waiting on the governor. We'll see what he has to offer on Monday, and then things as we know it will probably change. We have quite a few applications in before our ad hoc committee, of which our review team will be looking at and going out and doing some inspections. And again, a lot of us waiting on where we get some direction Monday.
So Bruce, the application process is all online. Businesses that opening as far as submitting their standard operating procedures, all that's accessible to them. If you could review that for our audience, that would be great.
Yeah, no, it's all online. If anybody has a question, they can reach out to Jim Cupper or myself or any of the members that are on there. But for the most part, it's pretty simple. You go on. There's a checklist. If you look at the checklist, that's going to be most of the questions that we're going to be looking to see addressed before we give you the green light. But
all right, great.
Pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
And obviously, the green light is given as long as it's consistent with what the governor is allowing.
Right. And again, that's why we're all stand by and let's see what he has to say.
Great. Thanks. Anything else?
But we're pre-planning just to get ready in advance for the governor's nod. So we're ready to go. So all these businesses can go right to work as soon as they get the nod and they're inspected by our team. So that's all good news.
That's great news. Yeah, that's fantastic. So as these businesses start to open up, can't impress upon them enough to make sure that they adhere to the governor's orders, to the town orders, because we certainly don't want to have to do an inspection and find that they're not adhering to the orders and practicing social distancing and masks, whatever it may be. We don't want to shut a business down that we just opened up after several weeks.
No,
and that's really an important message. Yeah. We don't want to shut people down. We want to open up business in town as soon as possible, as safely as possible. So please, the business owners that are out there, I know, just please take heed to what's being recommended.
Right. And then the patrons, please pay attention to what your establishment's recommending or asking you to do. We don't want to have to go out and discipline the business when it's one or two bad apples out there.
Yeah.
We need everybody to do this as a team effort. One of the things we're looking at is outdoor seating for a lot of the restaurants so that they can establish a better layout where people are 6 feet apart but still have enough tables to generate enough income to keep them afloat.
No, just when you think about it, we all want to be more social. We all want to get out and mingle with our friends, have dinner, etc. And if we just respect the orders, things will go smoothly. And if we cause trouble or if we're disruptive, I know that the police are going to take action. And we don't want that to happen. So,
and if I may,
sure.
we've done a few inspections already. They've been embraced. The businesses has embraced our policies, and everything looks good so far. As a matter of fact, after the show, we're going to do a couple more inspections to get everybody set up and ready to go. So it's all working out as planned. And once it gets implemented, It's just the business owner policing his patrons.
Okay, great. Excellent. All right, thank you,
Thank
Bruce.
you.
Anything else? Yeah, thanks. Hey, have a
Thank you,
nice
Bruce.
weekend. Dennis, you have some questions?
We do have a few questions. Esther, we continue to get questions about the positive cases, and are they still primarily first responders and retail workers? Early on, it seemed like the majority of them were first responders, not necessarily from Bellingham, but first responders, healthcare workers, and retail individuals. Or are we seeing it expand beyond that?
So of the newest cases, actually, none of them have been first responders. So it is just a community spread virus that we're seeing right now. Without seeing numbers today, I don't know what the future holds. I don't know what that means. So we'll just kind of have to keep an eye on it. But it's definitely out in the community. You have to continue to wear your mask, practice your social distancing, wash your hands, and do all the rest of it. I mean, we unfortunately have to act as though everyone has the virus to protect ourselves and to protect others.
Yeah, it's an important point because for a while we were thinking that it was primarily, limited to the healthcare professionals, but as Esther says, it's out there, and we've seen families. I know a few people that have had the issue in the home, and it's important to keep in mind that without the mask and without the social distancing, we're leaving ourselves and everybody else vulnerable. Esther, we had a question that, again, we've received many times before, and it's pretty straightforward. Should everyone be tested for COVID? I guess in a perfect world, but I'll let you answer it.
Yeah, I mean, in a perfect world, sure, we'd all be tested. At this time, I don't know if everyone's heard, but the governor released some information yesterday that the Department of Health recommends that if you are a close contact of a confirmed case, you also be tested. So everyone is aware of that. At this time, we just don't have the testing capability to test everyone. But if you've been exposed and you're considered a close contact of a confirmed case with or without symptoms, you can go be tested.
And in order to do that, you've got to coordinate that through your primary healthcare professional. True?
That's my understanding. The guidance on that is not very clear. So I would definitely recommend that you reach out to your primary care provider and ask them where you should go for the testing. Because again, I don't know what the testing capability is at each location. So you definitely want to check in with your doctor.
Excellent. Thank you, Esther.
Yep.
We also had a couple questions again on food pantries. There's a lot of information on the town's website. The YMCA is working closely with our middle school, St. Blaise. I think it's called Connect Ed across the street
Correct.
from the middle school. They're all doing a phenomenal job getting meals out, getting groceries out. If you'd like to make a donation, visit the town's webpage and you'll see the information on the town bulletin. So there's a lot of info out there and a lot of people doing a lot of great work in town.
And they're still taking donations, correct, Dennis?
Absolutely,
Yes.
taking donations, and they're taking food donations as well. You just need to contact them to
Excellent.
find out when they're going to be there.
Right.
And St. Blaise, of course, Loaves and Fishes has been in operation for years. And we had them here presenting last week.
Right. Great. Anything else, Dennis?
No, we hope to, we don't know when we're going to get a lot of questions about when's town hall going to open again. I think we're getting used to the virtual world. People know that they can make their payments online. You get the mailbox up front. Inspectional Services has been doing a phenomenal job with the online applications for permits, but we'll be ready when we get the word, and we'll try and keep things as safe as we possibly can for both employees here and the residents when we do get that word. But right now, we don't know when that's going to be.
Okay. And today we don't have a guest. And I'd just like to, just advertise out there, if there's a business out there or an organization, and they'd like to come on and share with the community, how they're supporting the community during this difficult time, about their business hours, please feel free to reach out to us. What's the email address, Dennis? Or
it's COVID19@bellinghamma.org.
Great. So please, we'd love to continue on with the questions, and if you'd like to be a guest to talk about What's happening? I was thinking, I don't know if we've had Bernadette on, but maybe we'd have her to talk about the library when it's ready to open. Was thinking about her and other organizations in town.
Great idea.
You know, let's get Bernadette on maybe next week sometime to talk about how they're going to open the library, and Josie about the senior center. I think the more we can kind of reach out to them, that would be a fantastic outreach. I think that's all for now. We don't really have a guest. Anybody, Deputy Chief, do you have any final words?
Just in closing, if you have any COVID questions for the state, you can dial 2. If you have any information that you're looking for in regards to your place of business, you can call the Mass Attorney General's at 617-727-3465, and they do have business hours, so they're normal business hours. So call during that time.
Great.
All right.
All right. Very good. All right. Well, everybody have a wonderful weekend. Have a safe weekend. Enjoy your family, and please stay safe, respect social distancing, and please wash your hands.
Thank you.